Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, welcome to another review, and this is a review that a lot of you have been asking for. It is the Galaxy Note 4 review from Samsung. So, for this device, is it living up to the hype? Is it everything we wanted in a smartphone and more? So, I started off by going to this knowing that I would love the Note simply because I loved the Note from last year. The Note 3 was my main driver for the entire year. Keep in mind I had access to phones such as the G3 and the HTC One M8, and every time I would find myself going back to the Note 3. Very much like the phone, just in terms of battery life, it was amazing. Camera was good and lived up to most of the others, but I did find myself wanting with the Galaxy S5. When I got the Galaxy S5, the camera was superior, and I liked a lot of the features that they added. So in came the Note 4. The Note 4 just really has done a great job of, for one, making the phone really fast and almost no lag whatsoever on this device. Just when you go between the apps, go home, everything just feels really smooth. Now, I did speed up the device, and of course you can see that video on how to speed up your Note 4 to move this quickly, but it's a really, really great phone. It takes it to another level when it comes to multitasking and using multiple apps at the same time. Samsung is definitely fine-tuned with this device, which is really what makes it stand out to me. I like this device more because it's fine-tuned and it seems more polished than almost every other device. Speaking of polish, one of the best things about it is just the way it feels. This metal body on the side really feels great to hold. It feels great in the hand, and it does add a bit of weight to it, but it feels very sturdy because of it. Not to mention that this grip right here keeps it from slipping out of your hand, which you could never do this with other phones, such as the G3 or the iPhone 6 Plus. It will just immediately fall, and I can hold it like this, and I'm not gripping it at all. I'm not curling it. It just will maintain at this level. So it's really nice. Again, if you tried it with other phones like that, just quickly and slippery. So this phone doesn't have that. Not to mention just little things like this unlock screen. Little things like this make this phone stand out to me in many ways. Now, as I said earlier with the S5, I was really missing the camera quality because my Note 3 really didn't look as nice when compared to that phone. And it really was a difference because I just got so much of a better photo quality when I used my S4 when I used my Note 4 compared to the Note 3. And it really showed when I was taking pictures with this. I tried to make it at the same. It has a great studio that I use. I tried to make it really see which one could take a better photo. And in a quick demonstration and a preview for the photo comparison difference between these two phones, this is what I got with the Note 3, and this is what I got with the Note 4. Now, this was on auto, but that's the beauty of this phone, that it really does take a better looking auto than most other phones. Comparing to other phones, you can mess with it in the settings. I used to be a photographer, so change the exposure, change the ISO, change the white balance, and all that fun stuff that I know how to do. But what if a customer doesn't know how to do that? Well, this phone obliges. I really love the ability to tap to take pics, the recording mode for smooth motion, and again, I have this how to set up the phone, how to set up the camera, so make sure to check out that video as well. But just really, really good quality and really lots of fun modes. I like rear selfie. It does a really not loud beep. I would like it to be a bit better on vibrate though. I can never really tell when it's taking a phone. I feel like when I use that mode, I have to put it sound on. And for the front-facing ones, they're really good as well. You can get a nice look of your front-facing camera, and it just stands out. Lets a lot more light through. You can still put effects right on there, which are really nice and simple and easy to do. So you can mess around with it a lot, but it's just really good. You can put beauty face, make your face look polished, and just do all of these things. I love wide selfie. Wide selfie is such a great feature for me, and I'm using it, and I will use it especially next week when I go to Disneyland. So it really is great just for all of its movement. Now, how about battery life? Battery life on this unit which isn't an international one, does drain a little bit quicker than I would like, but there has been an update which I am doing tonight, and I will see how it goes. Now keep in mind, I am using it at full brightness, and for those of you who want a longer battery life, as I've shown you before, you don't want multi-window on. It's something that drains battery a lot, but I really love the way multi-window works on this device. Just even for the camera alone, the fact that I can hit multi-window and then have a mini camera and it's just floating around very simple and easily. I can take a quick selfie if I want, or I can just hide it away. And when I'm ready to take a photo, even if I'm in another app, I can just open this up and then I can take a quick photo. And little touches like this are really what make the phone stand out to me. I have found myself using the S Pen a little bit more than I did before. With the Note 3, I really didn't use the S Pen. For this one, I love the way it writes. It really just does a superb job with the new calligraphy font, and you can just see it just does a really nice job. And the fact that if you know how, this can actually be your signature, which obviously my signature really needs work for my actual signature, so I won't do that. But it really can be your signature at the end of your emails to give you a personal stance that no other person has with their phone. Of course, extra features can make it even better, such as My Knox is something I love. My business requires me to have a password on my phone, but with My Knox, I can just put my business aside there, and that's a feature that I use all the time now because it just makes my life so much easier. I don't like having passwords on my phone. It's not me. I like to access my phone very quickly. Another feature is Kids Mode. So Kids Mode allows me, if I were to have kids, allows me a quick access to basically set the phone aside so that they can't use it and go through my stuff, and it just gives them a really nice personality. Things like this really make it great for me, or at least the option to. The great thing about this is that both apps are not pre-installed. I had to get it from the Google Play Store and the Galaxy App Store. So that's another thing. Samsung has made it really easy to uninstall their own apps and all of their built-in apps. You can almost uninstall every single app, be it from Samsung or from your carrier. You can uninstall it very simply and easily just by going to uninstalling the apps. And I love that feature as well. And again, it's a feature not found on LG phones or HTC phones. So these are the kind of little touches that I really make the phone stand out to me. Most importantly, for a phablet, I find one-handed operation to be the most useful feature you can get on a big screen phone that only Samsung has. I really don't understand how other manufacturers haven't realized that just making a big screen phone doesn't mean anything if you can't use it entirely one-handed. And this is what a lot of people like to be able to do. You can use your entire phone one-handed. I can go home, back, multi-screen button, everything I can do right from here. Even the volume rocker that's all the way up here, I can just very easily do it right here. And this is a feature that isn't found on any other phablet, but yet it is found on the Note 4, and it should be a requirement for other phablets. So what would I rate this phone? Well, I don't measure on a scale from 1 to 10 normally, but if I would, this would be a 9.5, meaning that I don't ever give a phone a 10 just because I don't feel that there's ever been a perfect phone, but this to me is about as close as it gets. This will be my phone for the upcoming year. And what I mean by that is until I see a phone that can really match what the Note 4 is, it, to me, is the best smartphone of 2014 and the best smartphone on the market. That was my review for the Galaxy Note 4. Hopefully you did like it. If you did, please give a like, thumbs up. Thank you for watching. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.